Hello everyone. We're going to begin our chapter 1 video lecture. So you ready? You excited? Let's go. So right now I am inside of the Canvas site. I'm under the chapter 1 module. I want to click here where it says link to access QuickBooks Online for chapter 1. Let me click that. And I'm going to click here to go to the site, which is the QuickBooks site. And then you have the security verification. I'm going to check here. I'm not a robot. And then click continue. Wait a few seconds. And just that simple, you now have access to the QuickBooks site. Congratulations. So this is a sample-based company called Craig Design and Landscaping Services. We're going to use this sample-based company to learn more about the QuickBooks software. Okay, so I'm going to follow the instructions in the textbook beginning on page 3. So I've already did the process of logging into the site. So the next, it kind of gives information on how to navigate through the QuickBooks software. And now I'm actually on page 5. And the thing I want to focus on now is in the top left-hand corner, you have the plus new button. I'm going to click on the plus new button. And that will lead me to another menu with information on customers, vendors, employees, and others. So we see how this plus new menu is going to be used to access other information within the QuickBooks software. So let's kind of just play around with some things. So again, I'm following the instructions on page 5 of the textbook. And let's see where we've been led. So we click on the plus new button. And they want us to, where are we going here? Really, they're just showing us what information is under here. So we're not going to really click on anything as of yet. So I'm actually going to come out of there. So I'm going to click out of the plus new. That'll take me back to the dashboard. The next thing they focus on, which is very important, is the gear icon. The gear icon is here in the top right hand corner. So I'm going to click here on the gear icon. That gives me information about my company settings, different type of lists you'll learn about, tools, profile, etc. So that's all up under the gear icon that is shown in the top right hand corner of your screen. I'm going to go to where it says account and settings to bring up my account and settings to see what information is currently up under the account and settings. Take a second for it to come up. And we're going to learn how to make any type of edits required under our account and settings. So what we want to do is change the actual amount of time that you can leave QuickBooks up without being logged out. So upon account and settings, go down to where it says Advanced. Again, on account and settings, we're going to go down to where it says Advanced. And we're going to change the amount of time. I'm going to scroll down to the section where it says Other Preferences. And see right now it's saying to sign me out if I'm inactive for 1 hour. We're going to change that to 3 hours, meaning you can leave QuickBooks up for as long as 3 hours and the system is not going to sign you out. So I'm going to click here where it says 1 hour, and I'm going to change that from a 1 hour to 3 hours. and then press on the save button. So just that simple. Now, if you have to do something else, you can leave QuickBooks up for a time frame of 3 hours before it would actually sign you out. Okay? So I'm going to close out of the account setting. Do you want to leave without saving? I thought I did save, so let me go back to no. Hold on. Let's make sure I save. So it does say 3 hours. I thought I saved that. So in the lower right hand corner, make sure that my screen is getting that for you. Yep. I'm going to click here where it says done. So in the lower right hand corner, I'll click where it says done. I actually did save it. I'm going to click on the yes button. And let's just double check to make sure that we did that correctly. We can go back to my gear, go back to the account settings, and let's just scroll down to the other preferences. I'm sorry, I'm going to go to advanced. I'm going too fast. Click on the advanced to get to that section. Now we'll scroll down. Yep, it did save it. So we see here that it is showing that we have 3 hours that we can say inactive. Okay? So I'm going to close out of there. It'll take me back to the home screen where we see the actual dashboard. And as you are going through the textbook, I'm not going to go through each of these transactions. I'll go through the ones that require you to do some actual activity. Others are just showing you how to get to certain information. But let's take a look at our dashboard. So right now the dashboard is showing the bank account, savings account, etc. And if you want to look at more information, you can just double click on it. So if I click on the checking, it will bring up the actual checking account, and that would give me more information about the checking account. We don't want to guide right now. We'll close out of here. But again, if you want to just know more about what's in a certain account, just double click on it and that will come up. So I'm going to go back to the dashboard, come out of the banking. Okay. And now I'm going to click where it says business overview. Again, I'm clicking on the section where it says business overview. And right now, again, we're just learning about the capabilities of the QuickBooks Online software. And I want to take a look at my profit and loss statement. So I just saw, here it is. So I'm just going to double, so that statement right now is saying for last month. I'm going to click on that arrow and I want to change that to say last 30 days. So click to say last 30 days and it will bring up my actual profit and loss statement. Okay. Don't need no software right now. Let me close this out. Sorry about that. Another way that you can show any report is from your navigation toolbar. Click where it says reports and then determine what type of report you want to see. So I want my profit and loss statement. Again, I'll click where it says profit and loss. And again, that'll bring up my P&L report. And then you can determine for what time frame. So this right now is January, August 21st, but you can determine and change the actual time frame that you want to show for the actual profit and loss statement. Okay? Once you have the actual statement up, then when you want to actually print out the report, we don't print anything out, but I will show you how to create an Excel and then a PDF file. So in the top left right hand corner, this button here is where it says to export. Again, in the top right hand corner, I'll click on export. Now we could do an Excel file, but we'll do it straight to a PDF and I'll click export to a PDF file. And then click here where it says save as PDF. and you will save that file. And it's just that simple to save a report in QuickBooks. Just click on the export button, save as PDF file, and then of course you would just save that file to the appropriate setting. Okay, so I'm gonna close out of the profit and loss statement. I am now on page 11 of your textbook. I'm going to do more than one video so that we can keep these to 15 minutes or less. I know that sometimes engagement time is short. Plus, with my QuickBooks, with my YouTube, it requires me to keep under 15 minutes. So you'll see 2 or 3 different videos, but we'll get everything covered. Okay. So now going back to the navigational toolbar, I'm going to click on the plus new again. And this time click where it says invoice. Again, click on the plus new, and then this time click where it says invoice to bring up the invoice screen. Okay, so right now we have a blank invoice, and we have options with this blank invoice. So we're going to actually change the style of this invoice. So let's see. I'm reading and talking at the same time. So at the bottom of the invoice page, at the bottom, here, we're going to click where it says customize, and then choose new style. Again, click on customize, then choose new style. Give it a second to come up. There we go. And we're going to change the font. So you see where it says FF? Click where it says FF to change the actual font size of our invoice. Right now it is a 10-point font. Let's change that to a 12-point font. And you notice that the invoice got bigger once you change the actual font size on your invoice. Okay, so we'll click on done to come out of the actual sample invoice. Let me block that for right now. Okay, and now we want to make some change to our account settings. I am on page 13 of your textbook. So I'm going to click on the gear icon. I'm going to go to my accounting settings. And this time I'm going to click on the advanced. And we're going to go to our chart of accounts. So see the chart of account right now where it says enable account numbers. And that's off. I want to change that so that my account numbers are going to appear on my chart of account. So notice in the right hand corner, you have a little pencil, which means to edit. Going to click there to edit. And where it says enable account numbers, click here. And we're going to put a check mark that says to show account numbers. So now the account numbers are going to appear on your chart of account. So I'm going to click on the save button and click on done. And again, now because we've made this change, if I go down to my reports, for example, and we can pull up our chart of accounts, you will now see the account numbers listed on your chart of accounts. And make sure I didn't pass that one up. Here it comes. I'll go, so that's actually called the account list under my accountant. But again, now you're going to see that the account numbers should be next to our chart of accounts. I'm going to stop this video because we're over 15 minutes, and I'm going to come back with another one, okay? So stay tuned.